Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 of Farming Simulator. I'm just starting off the episode by buying another pressure washer. I found after doing some research that instead of kind of moving the pressure washer, you can just buy one for your farm. And the plan is I'll just go back to the shop later and sell the other one. Even if I'm at a loss, it's no big deal to me. Yeah, so this cultivators, the paint's really starting to chip on it, but I don't know if I really care whether it's painted or not. I don't know if it reduces the amount of productivity it has. I would assume not. But anyways, I was having the hardest time ever trying to get this to turn the right way, and I think right here I eventually get it. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's because it's on a hill or what the deal was there. But yeah, so we're only starting with $8,000 today, no big deal. But the goal today is definitely to get our money up and buy anything in the shop that might come up, but I don't think I have anything necessarily in mind for what to spend the money on next. Just thinking now, I would really like to buy the plots of land that are around our little tiny field. That would be nice. And then also, I think buying a medium-sized tractor might be valuable here soon. But yeah, so I thought the first job was cultivating, but I'm pretty sure I attach the tractor and then find out afterwards that I think I need the mower. So let's see. Yeah, I was like, oh, I have a mowing job. So what I ended up doing is actually, just leaving that there and just getting the mower attached and heading over to the first job. enjoying mowing contracts, but this one in particular was just a little bit more frustrating than normal. I'm not sure if it's because I'm not sure what it was, but one thing that happened is I was losing control of like the turning of the mower, and another thing was that because of I was losing control of the turning, I was having a really hard time with all the patches of grass. So at the end there, I kind of had to go looking around for what patches were not mowed yet. So, anyways, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I got really lucky and got a mowing job literally right across the street. So super easy to get to. So let's take a look at this job.
It's all fun and it's all game. Goes to hell, no one's to blame. I think I've seen this happen once before. I don't wanna see it anymore. When you think you've had enough, here comes another one. When you think you've had enough, here comes another one. Stumbling up the steps and through the door. I don't think I could take too many more. Another trying to make a dime. Another sucker on the vine. Another slacker trying to get off cheap. I'm just trying to get a good night's sleep. When you think you've had enough, here comes another one. When you think you've had enough, here comes another one. Here comes another one. Through the door. Don't think.
So that contract wasn't as bad as the last one. I think what I found was that if I slowed down when going around those corners, it kind of helped. But it looks like I accepted another contract here, and maybe for cultivating, maybe didn't film it. That's my bad. Sorry about that. Anyways, we're gonna accept these other two cultivating jobs and head on over to do those.
I could take too many more.
Okay, now that those contracts are done, there wasn't really anything on the contracts page, so I thought I would come back and clean up the farm area a bit. I couldn't figure out how to cut this bush, so I kind of just moved on to this tree, and to be completely honest, this is one of my biggest regrets, is chopping down this tree. I just don't think I have the right equipment to like deal with a tree like this. So you'll see here I kind of try and cut it into logs, but like this log right here is tiny that I'm gonna cut right here. Probably should have cut it a little bit further up. And then also, like right there, that's tiny, a tiny piece of wood. But I was just trying to get it into manageable chunks in my mind so that I could transport it and get it out of the farm. But then I was left with this huge tree branch full of leaves that was just so hard to transport, and anyway. And then here I am trying to pick it up because I thought that I could just pick it up with my arms, but I guess that didn't work. So, so I ended up having to go and buy some new equipment. So after some trial and error, I ended up with this configuration for the tractor. So I got the John Deere, I don't even know what you call it, the John Deere part, and then also the tree forks. Anyway, here we're gonna head back to the farm and I'll show you what a mess it was for me to try to get these things to work. Anyway, so as you can see here, I was having the hardest time picking up these trees and kind of figuring out how to use the forks. So I thought maybe because the equipment was kind of in the way that I should move it over to the field. I couldn't get to that baler because that tree branch was kind of in the way, but anyways, here I am trying to like, basically, I was failing. I was trying my best to get these branches up into this tiny little wagon, and I was just having the hardest time, and I just couldn't figure it out. And honestly, today, with these trees, made me realize I don't think I want a sawmill, and I don't think I want to go into forestry, to be honest. Maybe, I don't know, I think everyone has their preferences in this game, and I am still happy that I bought this tool, like these tree forks, because I do eventually, not right now, but I do eventually figure it out. And at the end of the day, I think I will want to remove a little bit more trees from my property. So, and this is something that passed the time while I didn't have any contracts today. But anyways, you saw myself picking it up there. I actually had to ask my husband to help me, and he was so sweet. He like totally guided me through how to pick it up. He's like, okay, we'll tilt it this way and put the forks over this part of the tree, and yeah. So I have this lame little branch, and here I am trying to figure out how to move my forks so that they're good. And then I had no idea where to go for the sawmill, because my husband was saying I need to go to the sawmill to drop off the tree, and I had literally no idea where it was, and he said, I think it's below the water, and I was like, well, there's a lot of water, where is it? And anyways, he found it, was there. And then I got really annoyed with how small the wagon was, so I was taking a look at the different options, and I really couldn't figure out what to do and what one to get. So anyways, so I head over to the sawmill, and honestly, I'm just gonna speed up this video, because spoiler alert, I do not make barely any money to make this trip worth it at all. So let's just I'm gonna cut the video to where it shows how much money I made. So as you can see at the top right corner, I made $40 off of that load, but Honestly, I have no idea where else I could bring the wood. So I guess it's $40 to get it off my hand. So after I brought that tree branch, I figured I'd get some more cleared out and brought over. I didn't record myself driving there or loading it up, and honestly, it was because I was so embarrassed about how terrible I was. But luckily, this load was a little bit more than $40. It was $207, which I mean, at the end of the day, again, probably isn't worth it. But like I said, I don't think I want to become a lumberjack in this game. Like, this just does not interest me at all, and I think we just have to explore other ways of revenue. So let's head back to the farm. So for the end of the day, I was lucky and was able to get one more cultivating job that was on a pretty big field. So let's speed this one up and I'll come back to review the finances for the day. Okay, now that we're here at the end of the day, November was not that great of a month for us. We are still on the first day. We spent a little bit money on vehicles this morning, spent a little bit money on fuel costs. But yeah, we only ended up making 18 grand on this day, which is probably our lowest day yet. But I also think it's to be expected with what season we're going into. So, anyways, I will see you all at the next episode.